glad that they agreed that even their major, kind of formations, whether core commander, core level or whatever, must have CFO functions. So that it's professionalized, so that they must understand, the world. And also CFOs now should start thinking like entrepreneurs. I think they must now be integral part of formulation and execution of business strategy. I think risk management is key. I think companies have been placed under unprecedented, restraints in terms of access of capital and credit. The banks have become, gun shy. But more importantly, I think markets, because most of the credit or most of the capital was derived out of the market. The banking sector obviously was a very small component in the total world. But over here too, I think, the banking sector has become, shy. And if you see, that how companies can go into the market and access, credit, I think it's becoming less and less. So, I think unprecedented restraints, so the CFO, the risk management has become a key function. CFOs are, I think, playing a key role in identifying and managing the risks, with partners, with customers, and with the lending agencies. I think cash flow is central to the survival and strategic flexibility, shifting more power to the CFOs in the decision-making process. Globally, I think CFOs are leading, the survival plans by restructuring restructuring by preserving capital. I think streamlining operation, pursuing new opportunities. I think focus on value means conserving capital and cutting non-productive expenses, redeploying capital in productive activities, realigning relationships to manage volatility and risk. In short, doing more with less. I think they have to now review all business cases for payback impact, product and service. I think gone are the days when there used to be, a kind of muscle lying around or fat lying around which could be used. I think today the competition and the way the world is moving, I think that fat has been taken away. Leverage financial and non-financial data. I think you for timely insights. It's not that when crisis is on you. I think CFOs will have to now basically, because they will be embedded, because they will be part of the businesses, that they could just highlight these risks which are on the horizon. And I think they should be monitoring the risks like the market risks, the price risk, the cost risk, and operational risk. So it's not only just one risk, the financial risk they should be monitoring. I think they should be monitoring all these risks. The banks are doing it. We call it market risks. Committee which manages this, and CFO is an integral part of that. I think CFOs also have to optimize the operating model by outsourcing some of those services which can be shared with others. And they can set high standards of excellence of following the global best practices. Strategic directions, I think CFOs are should be more involved in shaping the medium to long-term strategy. This is largely due to the growing importance of financial performance targets in deciding strategy. The environment is fast changing and more complex today. Financial reserve measures success of strategy. In the conclusion, I would say, I think before that, the communication. I think CFOs are also more and more involved in communication. I think this is needed internally to implement the new strategy during the current economic situation. But communication of CFOs with external stakeholders, is also very important, whether they are customers, their shareholders, or their suppliers. I think CFOs have traditionally been communicating with regulators, rating agents, and tax authorities, but I think times have changed. I think times have changed, and CFOs will have to go. I think, in conclusion, the economic downturn has raised the CFO's internal and external profile. With cash remaining a scarce commodity, a host of activities have been put under close scrutiny, including capital expenditure, remuneration, bonuses, and put CFOs, under stress and frankly in more demand. CFOs is a trusted advisor, in particular in these troubled economic days. This role is their role is to prioritize and protect the enterprise franchise and help the entity be independent and transparent. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
To the Dean, it was very informative and insightful.